Hello kids, today our class is going to be about reading, listening, comprehension and vocabulary. La lección de hoy va relacionada con la parte de lectura, de audio, de comprensión y de vocabulario. So remember that you need your student's book and your practice book to finish your activities. So first of all, in the student's book, in the page 64, you are going to read this according to the audio that you're going to listen.
Computer world. We depend on computers to communicate, work, study, and travel. We use them everywhere, in our homes, hospitals, offices, and airports. So let's take a look at some key moments in computer history.
When were the first computers designed?
The first computer, the analytical engine, was designed by the English inventor Charles Babbage in 1834. It was very complicated, and he couldn't afford to build it. His machine was eventually built for the London Science Museum in 1991, and it worked.
What happened after that?
It took another 100 years for computer technology to take off. In 1937, an American mathematician, George Stibitz, built a machine called Model K in his kitchen. It was the ancestor of the modern digital computer. 3 years later, a British mathematical genius, Alan Turing, built a decoding machine called the bomb. This early computer was used to understand secret messages during World War II. The 1940s were exciting times. In 1945, a computer called ENIAC was created by two Americans, John Mauchly and J. Presper Eckert. Nicknamed the Giant Brain, it was very fast.
What were the first computers like?
Although engineers were making rapid progress, the first computers were very large. The Giant Brain was as heavy as 5 elephants and filled 2 rooms. In 1943, the chairman of IBM predicted, "I think there is a world market for maybe 5 computers." By 1955, there were still only 250 computers in the world, and they weren't very powerful. A modern mobile phone has more processing power than all the computers used on the 1969 Apollo 11 moon mission.
What made computers improve?
When RAM, random access memory, and transistors were introduced, computers could operate more quickly and process more information. In 1971, the first microprocessors were designed and floppy disks were produced. They held 100 kilobytes of data, not enough for one digital photo. Although computers were improving, they were still mostly used by business and governments.
When did computers arrive in our homes?
In 1976, the first user-friendly PC was developed by 2 American students, Stephen Wozniak and Steve Jobs, in a garage. Called Apple I, you built it yourself. It cost a lot, $666.66, and only 100 machines were made. Then, in 1977, the pre-assembled Apple II was manufactured. It was an instant success and started the home PC revolution.
Okay, so when it finishes the reading and you have practiced the pronunciation, now you have to answer the questions. Practiquen un poco la lectura, la pronunciación y van contestando las preguntas. Remember that in this part it's only about the reading. The same questions with the answers are here in the text. Es el mismo texto acerca de la historia de las computadoras and you have to complete this, like this. It's only to answer with short answers. It's not necessary to write the complete answers in all the questions. No es necesario ir completando las respuestas con respuestas largas, sino cortas, solamente la información que pide. Then in the next part, you have to complete the table that is here with the same information. Van a completar el cuadro o la tabla con la misma información. For example, the analytical engine. ¿Quién fue el creador? ¿De qué nacionalidad era? ¿La fecha en que la creó? Y alguna información adicional. So you have to put all the information about all the computers. In this, you can do this activity in your notebook because here in the book is not enough space. Háganlo en el cuaderno porque aquí no hay suficiente espacio para poner todo el cuadro que tengamos acerca de eso. Como ven, el cuadro tiene que contener todas las computadoras que vienen. Model K, The Bomb, ENIAC, Apple I and Apple II. Y en todas tienen que completar la información que nos está solicitando. Then in the next part of your activity, you have to complete using although. El although solamente lo utilizamos para indicar cuando es a pesar de. So, is to contrast two ideas. Se utiliza para contrastar ideas. So, consider that because it's only part of vocabulary for your activity. In this part, you have to put the words according to the gadgets. Muchos de estos dispositivos ustedes saben cómo son y cómo funcionan. Some of them is not necessary to look in the dictionary because they are very easy. Algunos no es necesario ni siquiera que los busquen en el diccionario. Son muy fáciles de ver y los que no sepan los pueden buscar o pueden ayudarse de algún otro recurso. It's only to put the words according to the pictures that you have here. Dibujos con palabras. Then, in the other part of vocabulary, again, we are talking about computers. It's to choose the correct verbs. Aquí vamos a ver qué verbos utilizamos cuando estamos hablando de computers. So, in this case, it's only to complete the information with these kind of verbs. Son verbos que utilizamos normalmente cuando hablamos del uso de la tecnología, in special the computers. These verbs are also in the text. If it is necessary, look the meaning of each verb. Si es necesario, busquen el significado de los verbos para que puedan hacer la actividad del workbook. Then, in the last part is only to complete the correct preposition according to the sentences. It's also part of the information that is contained in the vocabulary. Hagan la asociación. Recuerden que en algunos phrasal verbs tenemos el verbo asociado a una preposición para que tenga un significado diferente. When you finish this part, you are going to pass to the workbook and the activity in the workbook is very similar. La actividad del workbook es muy similar. En este caso ustedes van a poner, the first part is a reading. In the reading you have to put only the paragraphs in order. Están en desorden y ustedes le van a poner cuál sería el 1, 2, 3, 4 para que tenga un contexto con sentido. Because it's in disorder. In the second part is choose the correct answer according to this reading. ¿Qué fue lo que inventó Alfred Nobel? So, you look here and find the information. Todos recuerden que es nada más ir buscando la información en la lectura que tenemos. Then, in the next part is, again, using whereas or although, lo que acabamos de ver. In this part is to answer the questions about here, complete sentences with things that you connect with whereas, a pesar de alguna información que ustedes sepan y que puedan conectar con el whereas, con el a pesar de o also, whereas. Then in the next is using the vocabulary of the student's book to complete the crossword puzzle. De las palabras que vieron en el student's book es solamente para completar el significado de aquí, pero completando el crucigrama que tenemos con las mismas palabras que vieron en el student's book. The same is here, completing the definitions. Por eso es necesario que busquen las palabras en el dictionary from the students so you can use this activity. And here is only to find the symbols, son símbolos que nosotros usamos en nuestro tablero de la computadora, pero para saber cómo se llaman en inglés. Es muy importante a veces saberlo para tener este conocimiento. Nosotros sabemos cómo se llaman en lo que tenemos, pero cómo se llaman en inglés. Entonces vamos a relacionarlo, el cómo se llaman cada uno de esos. Les puse por ahí algunos links en donde pueden buscar esta información. And then, again, the same, con este vocabulario de los símbolos, es completar la información. ¿Para qué nos sirven esos símbolos when you use the computer? Cuando usamos la computadora. Okay, so that is going to be this part. The last part is optional if you want to put it. Is write a website address. Es poner una dirección de un sitio web. And put an address of an email y poner una dirección de un correo. You can invent it or you can omit it as you wish. Okay, so that is going to be your easy activities. Esas son sus actividades fáciles que tienen sobre este tema. Thank you very much. Goodbye.